What's up, y'all? This video is going to be about the Tormentor. I saw it's one of the top searches for Guns of Glory on YouTube, so I hope you find it useful. I'm quickly going to go over how to unlock it because I think that's pretty self-explanatory. Then show you all the Tormentor levels up to the max, and then talk about the strategy I'm using and how you can star up and level up and where you get the Serum and Franken crystals. Really quickly though, thank you guys for supporting my last videos. I had a lot of return viewers, but only 2% of you guys are subscribed. So if you could please subscribe, that would absolutely help me out a lot. Thanks, guys. Okay, so to unlock the Tormentor, you have to obtain these valve switches. And the way you do that is you go to the activation quest and you complete each one of those. Here are what the quests are. They're fairly easy to do. Once you claim those, you check them all off, activate the Tormentor. He is activated. Vanderbleed tells you about him for a minute, and you are ready to go. The first thing I'll get into is leveling up. You just click this little plus here, and you use the serum to upgrade your levels. There's no strategy here, you just want to use everything you have as soon as you can. So these are the attribute numbers for leveling up. The max right now is level 200. Here's the first 20. I'm just going to show you all of them. If you need to look it over, just pause. 21 through 40, 41 through 60, up to 80, up to 100, 120, 140, 160, 180, and here is the max right now, 200. So there are 5 Tormentor skills: Cannon Fire, Fearful Firebomb, Urgent Defense, Devastation Fury, and Cluster Blaster. So you want to upgrade your talent skills, and each talent skill has different branches of other skills. So when they say unlocks at Arbiter 2, it doesn't mean it's going to automatically unlock as soon as you get to Arbiter 2. You have to, you see, I'm already at Arbiter 2, and this one here is not unlocked. You have to star up throughout Arbiter 2 to unlock it. There's that one there. So when I star up and get to it, then it will be unlocked. So then you can go back to the talent skill level, and you see this one is unlocked. So some people are just maxing out these first two here, or whatever they have available. They're just maxing out. Yes, for the branches, you want to focus on what your march is best at. So I'm a distance marcher, so I'm going to focus more on infantry and distance to go along with my march. But I'm going to get at least one level for each one. Some people weren't even doing the branches. They're just using all of their crystals on these main skills. But when you look at the cost for some of them, I forgot what this one was, but it was like, even if it was 13, it's 13 of the serum to get 8.6%. At least get the one, because it's just worth it, because another 13 is only going to add another 1.5%. So the first 13 is worth it to get the 8.6%. So I'm saving a lot of this serum until I unlock them all, so I can get at least level 1 on all of the skills on the branches. Like this one here I just opened up. I'm gonna at least get level 1 to unlock the one round. And then once I get them all unlocked and all at least level 1, then I'll go back and maybe upgrade a lot more of my infantry and distance ones. But for right now, I do have all of them at least at level 1. So one thing really quick that we were discussing, here it says the Fearful Firebomb lasts for 2 rounds, or cooldown 2 rounds. There's some over here that attacks. So it says every 8 rounds, the Tormentor launches a cannon attack at the front row enemies dealing 75% damage. So what is a round? Um, Not sure if you know, but when you go to a battle report, when you look at the battle review, the visualized review, at the top here, it's going to show rounds. So you see as the front row fires, it's going to, each section that fires is like a round. So you see this one here, it's going to be 33 rounds. So if the Tormentor is, having that damage for every 8 rounds, 4 times it's going to affect that damage, if it's every 8 rounds, and that's going to go into the Tormentor kills. It is not going to show on your battle report for the stats, but it will show on your battle report for the number of Tormentor kills. So back to the skills here. This next one on Urgent Defense, you see every 14 rounds the Tormentor unleashes a roar, restoring a shield effect upon your infantry, cavalry, distance units, reducing their damage received by 21, 18, and 18% respectively for 3 rounds. So it's worth it to at least do the level 1. Even if you're focusing on these first 2, maybe you don't want to focus on defense so much, so you think you don't want to really do it. It's worth it because, go back to here, I'm going to start up, so that should unlock it, or not. Oh, no, it's at Berserk, that it's, there we go. So now it's unlocked, and it unlocked these other branches here. You really want to level this up at least 1. You see, it's only 13 serum to get the 21, 18, 18%. If you don't want to focus on defense, don't do level 2 because it's going to cost you 14 and it's only going to add 2% to each one. So it's really worth it to at least get that level 1 going, and then come here, even if you're not a cavalry marcher, do that level 1, and then try to get all of them level 1, because the first time is really going to make a big difference. It's not showing me how much it is here, but if it's 20 serum, it's worth it to do 100%. And then this one's actually 100% each one. So they're going to be different as you go, but right here, it's worth it to do the first level, get 12% for the, 12, 13, whatever it is, and then not do another 12, 13 for just another 1.2%. And again, those other skills on the branches will unlock as you slowly star up the skills here. So the way you could level up and star up, you go to the estate affairs, and that will help you get the serum and the alchemy potion. Sorry guys, I was calling the other thing serum, and it's actually the alchemy potion that you use to upgrade the skill levels. Also, the Tormentor footholds, which is just like the Red Guard rallies that you run. When you run those, they'll give you some serum and the potion also. And the Tormentor raid event, which is just like the Red Guard raids, that will give you some of the Franken crystals. Our alliance is first, so you get 40 there for that, but you also get individual rewards for it. You also get solo points for ranking in the Tormentor raid. So I got 4th place here, and it gives you Franken crystals. This is going to be the same thing like the Red Guard raids. Okay, maybe not exactly the same thing. You want to reinforce 5 castles if you can, and then go to the fortress level 10 and 20. Don't forget about the raid stages 7, 14, and 17, because those will give you a lot more points. The big difference about the Tormentor raid and the Red Guard raids is that the Red Guards, I empty out 5 castles and reinforce those 5, and they won't burn. The Tormentor raids are a lot stronger, so there's a lot of us that have had big farms that are burning even when they're fully reinforced. So you gotta kind of play it by ear. If you got a farm that's 40 or higher, it should be fine because the reinforcement number capacity is going to be a lot higher, so you should be fine. But I believe I had a level 35 farm that burned towards the end. I don't play it very often. There's not a ton of troops there, but I reinforced it. I think it was 1,000,000 troops I was able to reinforce there, and it still burned, I think, level 19 of the raid. But I have smaller farms that I use more, and those I could only reinforce them with, I think it's like 400,000 or 500,000 troops, and those were all burning, a little more than halfway through the total raid. So it's similar to the Red Guard raids, but a little bit different. You might want to leave some troops in there from some of your farms. That way you can get through more of the waves. And then again, you know, if you got a main march that you could pull during waves 7, 14, and 17 and reinforce somebody else that maybe hasn't played in a while, you don't want to reinforce somebody that is trying to get points also, and they might kick you out anyway. But maybe there's somebody that hasn't logged on in a month, and they're kind of low on troops from losing 10% every raid stage, and you could reinforce them and get a lot more points during those waves of 7, 14, and 17. So that does help out a lot. So that is pretty much the gist of it, guys. If you have any questions, please comment, and I'll try to answer your questions on there. If you have any ideas for future videos, please comment and let me know, because I'm always looking for more ideas and what you guys will find the most helpful and useful. Again, please subscribe. Only 2% of you guys are subscribed, and I'd really appreciate it. Thank you guys. Have a great one.